Yo, can y'all hear me?
Oh yeah.
All right, dope. Sorry for the delay.
Yo,
What's going on?
can you see me?
I could see your words, but I can hear you. That's the most important. I can hear you.
Yeah, I hear you. Let me hit a plus. Do I hit a plus or no? What the fuck? I don't know. I never done this. I'm blazed, dog.
Hey, that's all right though. That's all right
Okay.
though.
Yeah. So I'm trying to. Oh shit! I just like eliminated everybody. Wait, hold on.
Oh, wait.
Why
We
is my
still here.
Why is my camera not active?
You
Hold
did
on.
that.
My camera's somewhere. My girl taught me too. Hold on. Start video.
Yeah, there it is.
What up, man?
There it
Yo,
is.
copy,
You're in this.
Straight up. What up, y'all?
Yes.
What's good up in the hood, baby? Y'all lounging today?
We tried.
That's
the last day of school, man. Pretty much. I picked up at 11:30 and I came home and played Street Fighter 6.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
Home, dude. I hear the violin right now. My daughter, she's playing violin right now. You know that they're done. They're like summertime. Stay up all night. Free for all. I love
yes.
Precious time, man.
Free for all, indeed.
Yeah. Man, so thanks for having me. Thanks for inviting me. This is cool, man.
Yeah. I guess we can get started, man. I mean, this is the show. Welcome to HipPodHedz. We appreciate you.
Damn.
MC Paradox.
Call me Docs if you want. Call me Bradley is my real name. We all know. But shit, I've gone by many things. But Paradox is definitely a character, dog.
Yes. No. And the whole line with Paradox, Frequency Manipulator. There's probably a story there.
Well, yeah, it goes deep into the subconscious, deep into the quantum, to the spiritual, if you will.
Yeah, my man.
Yeah, it goes deep to the vibration of the essence, bro, the core of everything, And
yes, sir.
Self-mastery really is what it's about, bro. And it's about man, it's about really I just want to open up. I just want to discuss shit in my music that maybe change the consciousness a little bit of what people are saying, what people are willing to discuss and talk about. You know what I mean? Maybe push the envelope a little bit and just widen the scope of possibilities of
Well, we're gonna get into it. I really appreciate you, Brad. Just diving right in. I am no sage. That's Novak right there. And we actually had your buddy Spiz on the pod a few episodes ago, and I know you collaborated with him as well.
Yeah, New Bones, man. That's out worldwide. Check that shit out. Spiz, man. Spizm. I'm working right now with Pablo on bass on another track that's going to be on my Gnosis music project band, which is another project that's a lot of live instrumentation. It's a collaborative collective with me and my wife and my family. And right now this track is Pablo. He's back in Tokyo right after the Spizm reunion, but he just dropped bass for me on this track I sent to him. He sent me the stems. I'm mixing that shit. I'm ready to do some Vox, drop some and it's cool because it's really different. It's acoustic, melodic, just up top, just happy, good shit. Well, my Paradox, so I'm on some serious shit. That's that's my voice of I'm the anti-hero here. I don't know, man. But I got a lot of shit to say as Paradox, and I don't know how much time I've left to say it, but I wanna get shit out there. I just got started, but I'm hungry to keep going.
Yeah, I've been listening to Northbrook sessions, man. That's nice. That's real nice. I like your flow on that album.
To me, it was kind of just coming into my voice again because I hadn't done anything in years. I had actually just came back to ill from Phoenix, man. Like, well, actually, I was traveling around. I was in Phoenix, man. Be 100% honest, got a testimony. I was homeless, bro. I was hurting. I was involved in outreach and I was changing my life around, bro. I chose another path and I was like, and I got a job. I picked up a job traveling, doing showrooms. But I ended up back in Illinois, man, and through great people, angels, bro, you know, give me a chance. And like Samson, like to say he's a child or a young man, you know, he's 19, 20 now. We did Northbrook sessions last year, you know, and so it was accumulation of like a year of tracks we did together. So it's cool because I hear the evolution in the tracks, and I hear, man, it's cool. It's just cool to have it out there that cats like you can even hear it and be like, you know, talking to me about it, dude, is like miraculous to me because like literally I never saw it coming. Like I said, like, you know, a few years ago I was pretty desolate, you know, but like I'm blessed, man. And yeah, to express that, man, and to get it out to the world, I just am great. I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful that you got the vibe on it, man.
I found Way Beyond the Skin before No Sage even sent me the link. I found it maybe about 4 months ago. I was in the car late at night and it came on the rotation. I was listening to a radio station. I was listening to I was looking at Eminem's radio station and that song came on. And I was sitting there like, what is this? And so I found it on Apple Music and I played it again. So when No Say sent me over the Northbridge Sessions album, I'm like, I heard this track before. And then I found a few other tracks. I found Way Beyond the Skin, and I found Source. I found that Source Love track. That's real nice.
Yeah. All right, all right.
And the House of the Rising Sun, man, that's got that Emperor like beat, man. That flow on that House of the Rising Sun is pretty nice.
You know, that's cool that you mentioned that because like the main vocals, Ben Sala, that features vocals on that rendition of House of the Rising Sun. It's so cool how that came about because literally, like, I just layered it one instrument at a time, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna do a Paradox vibe, and it kind of came out like lo-fi, almost like, you know, like we just made it noisy. And I went off on the guitar, the bass, some keys, and I played the drums on the keyboard, just live to it, you know? And I'm like, what's gonna make this like a total original, like Paradox track? How can I make this song's been done? Like it's been done. How do I make it like it all represent? So I wrote an original rap verse for the end and just spit it out. And I was like, you know what? I'm like, shit. It is what it is, you know. I'm like, I feel it, and everybody felt it, and I was like, all right, that definitely. It's a long track though, you know, so it's like, it was questionable adding it, but I thought it was worth it, you know. I don't know. I'm not going for like short little things. Sometimes I am, but sometimes I'm just like, you know what? I just want to vibe for a minute, you know.
I love it.
I love it too. I mean, you vibing out on that track.
Right on. I'm glad you feel it. Yeah, I know it's an original version of it. But it's like that's just a groove, a feel, my representation. I'm just like glad I could make it happen. And the way that Ben's killed that vocal, man, that vocal, that like this man, you know, what, 20 years old, I think, you know, as well, just like Sam producing the tracks on there for and with me. 19 years old on vocals is, you know, Ben's age. And I'm 45. So I just get back to ill, man. I haven't worked in music in years. I was homeless, man. I was struggling. And I'm just blessed, man. And this is out now, and like anything's possible in this world, bro. Like, and I'm just trying to spread the message and spread the love, man, and spread the vibes, dude. You know, source love, bro. We're all one, dude. and it's beautiful. It's beautiful to feel it, man, to know it, and then I just try to put it in music and express my shit. Thanks for listening. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's dope that Novak was up on you, because he probably was on your music before I definitely was. I was made aware of you obviously through Spism, and when I saw you at the Livewire show, yo man, I was like,
that
shot.
was some different shit. That's on that
Yes.
Gnosis, you know, that Gnosis music project, and really like that's
Right.
that's the label is Gnosis, and under that
Oh,
umbrella,
okay.
Gnosis Records is like the whole collective. But I figured, you know what, I could go up there and I could MC, or like I could go up there and we can change up the vibe completely and do some hype acoustic, you know, upbeat jams. And it seemed to be appreciated and vibed with. It was our first time performing that stuff ever. So we had a lot of technical difficulties. One guitar didn't work, you know, this and that. And we just had a blast. Like we just vibed together, me and Mickey on stage. We just had a blast. And we had Urso on drums, you know, we had Danger on drums. And we never played with him. He didn't rehearse with us, but we're like, you know what? Let's just vibe this and enjoy it. And it was a beautiful experience, man. I had so much fun that night, playing with Spism, doing our thing, my thing. And just, man, connections, bro. That's what it's all about. It was a beautiful night.
I wanted to paint the picture for Novak a bit, because like I was expecting some gruff, like hungry ass MC ready to bark out there like DMX, and then like Paradox, my first time meeting him in person at the Livewire show, he showed a whole different side and layer to himself. And yeah, to his point, like he was hitting some acoustic jams. Yeah, I think y'all did like a Lady A cover, if I'm not mistaken, right?
No, we did. Well, we did Of Monsters and Men.
That's what it was. That's what it was. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. And like, you know, I knew it would be the last thing expected, because like my first thought was, of course, like I'm gonna get up there and I'm gonna rap, I'm gonna come hard and I'm just gonna spit like, you know, 3 tracks, just bump the shit and just let me go. But I'm like, you know what, that's totally what's expected. I'm like, and I can do that. That's easy. I'm like, but this is a challenge, and it's like showing that like you don't know what to expect from me. You can't put me in a box. I am a musician. I'm not just a fierce ass. I'm not just like coming to like rap hard. I'm not just coming with like it's the whole multi-dimensional thing with me, bro. Like music is music, and I love collaboration. I love the unity of it, and I was feeling it that night. And like, you know, I want to get on that collab with you. You send me the beats and whatnot. Man, you know, it's just about time for me, time management right now. And I'm dealing with some physical shit. Like I am disabled, so that's why I've been through hell. I'm going in for some MRIs. You're gonna put me under anesthesia, literally, for my whole skull, the back of my neck, my jaw, and my neck. So it affects my vocals, because literally, like, they think they're like being herniations and spinal cord damage. So shit could get ill. But like, man, like I'm blessed, so I've been able to do this. God keeps allowing me to do what it seems to be extremely satisfying, fulfilling, and positive in my life. So I'm grateful for all of it. And you know, whatever has to happen, if I have to have another surgery, I just don't want it to happen, because it's up on my skull, on my jaw and shit. Like they did surgery on top, took my teeth out. So like boom, and then I couldn't. So like I'm going through some shit. And as a MC and a singer, it's like mouth is important, dog. I'm like, so everything changed and shit. But it's like, you know what? I roll with the punches, and it seemed like everything's just working out, man. I just keep it real, dog. Like, you know. Keep it real and pray for the best, bro, and just express the truth. You know, that's what I'm about as an MC. Paradox, for sure. But it's cool. It's cool you all even peeped up on me. You know, like
yeah. I wanted to dive in a little bit to that Repent song, because I think you kind of repeat a couple times that you've experienced death more than once or something along those lines. So it's like, I'm not sure if that's like you're talking about the surgery you just mentioned, or just you being homeless, or just like when I first met you, you even said like, you were telling me like your surgery and your back issue and whatnot. So like,
but it's metaphorical.
Say a word about that.
Literal.
right?
metaphorical and literal. Like I literally did die. I had a near death experience. It actually where I was dead, and I watched them, slice my eye. It was gonna pop out of my skull. I watched them slice it from not in my body. I was out of my body. You know what I'm saying? Like I was, but I couldn't. I came back. But and also like this ego death thing. Like I experienced a serious ego death. Like I had to die in a certain way because when I broke my back, like by that point I was 26 when I broke my spine. By that point though, I had manifested a lot of my dream. Like I was like new metal. Like I came up on like Slick Rick, Run DMC, Dougie Fresh, but also like Misfits, Slayer, Metallica. So like I was like on that new metal press back in like the late 90s. I used to play with like Mudvayne, Disturbed. Like literally like sold out my 23rd birthday, my band Ill Root. We sold out House of Blues, over 2,000 people. So like I was manifesting well. I broke my spine, and then man, I experienced some shit in life that I never thought I'd experience. You know what I'm saying? And it humbles, and I experienced some deaths, man, some things that had to die about me more than once, so that I could be the man I am now. A man with a purpose, you know what I'm saying? A man that can speak clearly truth and testify. But repent, yeah. More than once I experienced death. Many times this world has robbed me of my breath, choosing the way till there's almost nothing left. There's power in my thoughts and words manifest. God bless this holy mess. Like shit's always fucked up, right? But my ideas, my thoughts, they keep coming. They keep me rising up, right? They keep me aiming towards the light, towards the positivity. So like that's the whole thing. The world will kill you, right? In many ways. And sometimes you have to die so that you can really live. That's the paradox. Like that. If you want to get it all, you got to give it all, bro. Sorry, truth. You know what I'm saying?
I was just gonna add, like, I'm trying to like put this puzzle together in my mind because I remember. Well, shout out to Urso first of all, right? So Urso backed you up on drums at the show. Yeah. I know Urso from way back because he used to do drums with me and Crave in Third Islander days. But when we just mentioned Ill Root, I thought I saw y'all perform at some point, like way back.
House of Blues.
Yes,
no, we had a full production.
I remember.
Yeah, shit was. I mean, it was a big deal, and like I rode through it. And I started with Ill Root when I was 19. I wasn't even old enough to be in the bars we were playing, but I get in for the show. They make me leave, in and out, and then we had Sean Duffy, who's big time management, like. Was interested, so he started booking shows for us, managing us, Last Rites, and like in my head I was like, okay, like I go to a show at the Metro, I see Far Side or whatever, right? I'm like, I could be up there, like I want to be up there, right? Like a month later I'm up there somehow, you know what I'm saying? Like and it happened with Ilru, and then I go to like House of Blues, and who did I see? I saw like Ronnie Size. I was some. I saw three. I don't know who I saw, the 311 or something, and I was like, man, I love this venue. Like I got to rock here. Like I can see myself, And like 3 months later, I was headlining that motherfucker. You know what I mean? And I'm sorry, can I not swear?
You go ahead.
Sorry, I don't know, little kids and stuff. I want to be a good example. I realize I'm an influence on the world, and even if one person hears me, I'm influencing that one person. You know what I mean?
You talking about that Far Side concert? That was that December concert at the Metro, about 2004.
Yeah, 04. Yeah, exactly.
I was there. I was there.
That was an ill. That show inspired me, and that was like oh no, well that was the last Far Side show I was at there. But I'm going back to I want to say 99.
I remember that one. I was at
the Metro 99, and I was like, man, I was like, this is all me. This is all, I'm like, there ain't no reason why like we can't do this, and we did it. And but I don't want to get it on like because I like, but personal things happen, and when you get in a studio and then business gets involved, and you got producers like investing, and you got people who are things change than like just me like being like, yo, I want to play these places and do this, and all of a sudden it's like a whole realm that I wasn't aware of, which is like the business aspect of it. That's what I'm trying to learn now through my partner, because I know how to create music and I can, but the business was like, and then when I broke my back, that was it. So been a long, don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years, you know what I'm saying? But I'm finally, now I'm at a place where like it's beautiful. I'm given another chance at my age to like, man, to do something fresh, and I see it fresh, like it's brand new every time. I'm like, I don't know, approach it like it's brand new every time, like a child, like that mic is my friend, and I just want to like, I want to hear, I want to hear it, I want to feel it, and I want others to feel it.
Yo, I'm glad you went back to that memory, because I'm really trying to figure out when I experienced ill root. I know I saw y'all perform way back in, and I'm trying to remember, like, I remember even having a CD too when y'all were like doing your show too. So it was like, it was dope.
Yeah, it's crazy. And that's cool that you remember that shit, because then Third Islanders as well, I remember y'all, and like Urso was that time, because like he ended up being the drummer for the last half of Ill Root, because it started out, the lineup changed, and as we were in the studio, it was like lineup had to change, like, but yet again, because, when you're doing, again, when you have like somebody producing you and they're like, kind of up your, making you make decisions like that you don't always want to make. Sometimes like things happen, and like, we didn't end up working out as a band. We split up and it didn't end up finishing. And then I broke my back. But you know what though? Like, man, I wouldn't trade anything to not be right where I am right now. I have, man, it just feels good to be alive, man.
Yo, so say you brought up your partner just a moment ago. Say a word about her, because that was the first time I met her, and I think that was her first time performing in years too, right? I think she came from like Kansas City or somewhere. I forget where she was from.
Well, see, she's been playing music forever, since she was a child. I mean, she did major things back in Kansas. But like the thing is like she became a hairdresser over 21 years ago, 24 years ago. Like, and she is amazing. Like, to talk about artists of like hair, like esthetician, like the whole thing. Like, she is like unbelievable. And so she had her own business and all this. But she ended up having to close her business because she had also had a fusion physical, wasn't able to be on her feet all day cutting hair. And at first she was like, really like, she was not, it was hard to get her to come out of her shell, but she told me right at the beginning when we first met that she played, or that she used to play. And then one day I hear her, she picks up the guitar, she starts playing, and she's freaking good. She's great, and she's singing. I'm like, we're singing together, and it's like magical. It's beautiful. And I'm like, shit, this is it. This is where we're meant to go with this. I'm like, this is a whole new world. It's such a blessing, man. I'm so grateful for her and the gift that she brings, and the just best partner, like best friend, my lover, and now like helping me find a new voice, in music. And she's now come out of that shell, and through all that, she was scared as hell getting on that stage that night. She was so nervous, and she was like, but we just kept connected to each other, and we just vibed, and all these technical difficulties, one guitar didn't work, all like everything that could possibly go wrong went wrong, but we just kept the vibe high. We just had fun. We just did it the best we could. That's what we had, with no sound check, nothing set up. And so, you know what? If we got through that and we had fun, we got love and gave love and raised the vibe, then we're good to go. We're prepared for anything next. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're good. Like, it was beautiful, it was magical. And with all, with everything, with all the technical difficulties, like, I'm so proud of her and how she just like rose to the occasion. Because that's what life's about, you know. That's all you can ever ask of a human, you know, is like show up, rise to the occasion. And like, it ain't always easy, but man, she did a great job, man. That was fucking really cool.
Yeah, I loved her vibe. Y'all both rocked it. It was amazing
Right.
that you got her to go up on stage, because it was great that, you know, she got the courage to do it. So that was
in like
that
20
was
years
nice to be a part of it.
Right on. Yeah, and it was fun. It was fun. Everybody that was there, including, it felt like really inclusive. Like everybody was really having an experience together. That's what it's all
100%.
about for us. And that's all we want. Just to share the love, bro. That's what it is.
So I'm a bit curious about your production, because like I know some of the tracks that you got out there, I don't think it was on the Northbrook sessions, but like Transmutation Wave, for example, right? No vocals. And I'm like, is this cat producing? Because you just mentioned all the instruments that you parlay in. So like, say word about on the production side that, you know, you're part of the process of it all, I guess.
I expanded, you know. I was strictly producing. Northbrook Sessions was strictly producing with Samsonite in Northbrook. And then I had been dabbling myself with production and whatnot. And of course, you know, composition, musical composition. Like originally when I was 5 years old, I started classical piano. By the time I was 6 and 7, I was giving classical concerts as piano till I was 11. Then I picked up guitar, then bass, drums. I mean, I like just went all, you know, I've been music and classically trained in piano, but guitar and shit, I'm a self-taught, like most, you know, because it just expanded, just like natural, you know. Once you understand, like on some like piano or guitar, it's pretty much like, except for your horns, that's some different shit. I can't do that. But I do MIDI. Yeah. I'm like, hey man, that's how I add horns, you know. And like pretty much, so with Transmutation Waves, be honest with you, and Metaphysics, like those tracks, that's like focus. I have a Focusrite, and I have a little Mac. I have a little what I'm on right now, which is my iPod or iPad Pro, you know. A Focusrite. I have you know, just a little home recording setup, you know. So like all the shit that I've been releasing after Northbrook Sessions, that hasn't come out under Paradox, but I've been releasing under Gnosis, but I haven't distributed. It's all been covers, you know, which we're doing our first original right now. Actually, it's in production while I was working on it. We were working on it earlier. But yeah, that's all been done on an iPad and a Focusrite at our home. And I just it's just me on GarageBand on an iPad, bro, for real. And just making it sound beautiful, where I'm like, man, I just want to share these instrumentals. Cause like I go there, like I've always had that, like I've always made beats, and then, you know, I used to program. I had 202 samplers, guys, you know what I mean? Like I'm as much hip hop as I am acoustic. Like I'm as much electronic as, you know, like I encompass all of it. So like I have a need to create from all of it. So I guess that was me going into like that more electronic realm of music. And I felt like it didn't need the vocals, and I just wanted to put it out because I just thought they were dope. And I was like, somebody tripping on some shrooms love this shit or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, somebody's gonna vibe on this in the right mindset, you know. And cool. It's fun, man. I just love to create, man. I just create all styles, you know, whatever spirit inspires me, you know.
What's the one track you got right now that summarizes your journey? What's that one song that you put on no matter what? It's you.
Yeah. No, I definitely would have to say you know, Repent is like my anthem. Like I constantly have to be like I said, I've had to become reborn, not in a religious sense, but in a true spiritual sense, you know, many times. And change my mind, change my ways. I've had to do that over and over again. And the hardest self-work, mastery, like in order to get from where I was at to the life I have now. The odds are like not with you. If you've been, to the depths of like depths of despair, bro, but like I'm testimony and shit, anything's possible, like, but you gotta change, and then life changes for you. You can't wait for things to change. You gotta be the change, and repent, I think, definitely is like that. It's like that, it represents that, but also it's like that message of like, yo, we gotta stand up and like be our own saviors. Like we can't be waiting on like just for a corrupt, broken system that controls our lives and everything to change. And we can't expect like, like I was born from Holocaust survivors. My grandparents survived Hitler. They were the only two. Like my grandmother's baby was ripped from her arms and burned in front of her in an oven. Like, and they raised me saying like, no, if you see oppression, you see this kind of tyranny, like you don't sit there, you stand up for humanity because this can happen, And I see some shit right now that don't look good, you know what I'm saying? So I rap about it, and I think that empowerment is in that track, so I'm about that. So it kind of, I think, repent really so far.
I'm glad you brought up some of your lineage, because like you got some dope the cover art for like Nothing Can Stop Me and Transmutation with the Baha'i Temple.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when I saw you in person, you were like saying like just kicking back and letting loose, hanging out in that area. But I didn't realize it goes deep with you as well, with that type of background.
Yeah, I'm extremely spiritual, and I was raised in the Jewish faith, and then like I learned a lot from like all the ascended masters, like ancient wisdom, like forbidden esoteric knowledge that like, because I always questioned, I always had questions in my religious faith, that never had good answers. So where I found the answers to everything, where I found God, right in here, in you, when I look in you in your heart. I'm like, oh, there's Jesus, there's God right there, alive, right in, and so like spirit's important to me, but like people think that I'm like religious and shit, but like I'm not at all. I'm totally very spiritual. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, I'm not representing anyway. I think there's truth in all of it, but the whole picture is not there. The whole story is not there. It's inside us all. It's up to us to find it. That's the journey, and that's what I'm trying to embody, carry forward and document the journey through music. I love it, bro. I'm blessed, man. It's a gift, bro. It's a gift to be able to sit here and just talk to y'all about it. Like, it's a trip, dude. It's a trip. Life's cool, man. Life's good. Thanks for having me, y'all. For real.
It's never a dull moment in life, man. You think you figured it out, it mutates and turns into something else, and you're like, wow.
That's what life is. Everything transmutation is like being able to, take and work the change, because the change is happening, right? Always. It's all energy. So if you realize, it has to be moved, it can't be destroyed, it can't be created. So like, then that's where the frequency manipulation comes in. It's about my own frequency, keeping it high. It's not about any manipulation of anything outside, because the universe is inside me. It starts in here, right? So if I can keep myself vibrating at a vibration of love, unconditional, compassion and truth, and try to represent that clearly in my music and whatever grows into with whoever I get the pleasure to work with, Yeah.
So we usually don't have a dog segment, but when we had MC Crave on the last episode, he was talking about, he named his dog Fife, and his dog passed away.
The
It was like a
fight
family
dog.
dog. Yo, yeah. And
Yeah.
his cousin Iowa Rockwell had a dog called Magic, I think after Magic Johnson. But what did you ever get a new did you have a new dog? Because I think when I saw
You know
you, like
what, man?
Gandalf passed, right?
Yeah, it's been really, really hard, bro. Like emotionally, the whole family, you know, like every day, like I mean, I'm a man, dude, but like I ain't scared to say just about every day I cry still, bro. Like, and we were gonna get a new pup at the beginning of the month, you know, but I live on disability and we are bed broke. I bought us a new bed. I had to get us okay, you know, I had to get us what I needed and didn't have enough left to get a new puppy. But like they got a deal coming up where it's like $100 to adopt one, you know. So like I'm just like, all right, you know what? It's gonna happen. I believe in divine timing, you know. But no, not yet. But man, I need one. I need a new baby. I need a new puppy. I don't know. You see my post. I mean, my whole world. That dog was my whole world, dude. That was my baby. They were like, I miss him like crazy every day, bro.
And they're like kids, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I went through that. My boxer passed away, man. I was like,
Bro.
I'm in the vet, man, and you know everybody looking around me, and they're like, "What's wrong with you?" I'm like, "Man, I got to put the dog down," and it's crazy when
It hurts, man. Yeah.
they don't give you
So,
any option.
no, no, you have to do it at that point. And
Mm-hmm.
that goodbye, bro, make me emotional. You know what I'm saying, dog? Just like, doesn't matter how prepared you think you are, man. You are not. And then you're right there and you're saying goodbye. And I'm saying goodbye. And his eyes are closing, dog. And I'm like, my best friend in the world is now exiting the world. You know, this world.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's for me, I've lost is like a lesson. I know my soul signed up to experience a major
Mm-hmm.
loss. Like I've lost, I mean, you know, my parents, my grand, I mean, I've lost a lot of people, and, but with dogs, a few animals, it seems like really it's been the hardest with a couple of dogs, man. Like
Mm-hmm.
hit me harder than people, man. I know it might sound fucked up to say, but it's like harder to cope with the loss of a dog sometimes than like certain people because they just like are that support, man, unconditional love, and they're constantly there. You come home, they greet you happy, and then all of a sudden you're coming home and you're not getting greeted with that love. You're not getting greeted with that amazing energy of like, oh, daddy, you're home. I miss you. Let me give you a little kiss. We're gonna. And it's like all of a sudden you come home. It's like, oh yeah, I'm home. Shit, I miss that. I miss that little meatball, man.
No, it's cold. It's cold when you first come home. It's real cold. You come in the house, you're waiting for something to happen. You know, we went through it with the boxers, and our cat lived to 20 years old.
Kitties.
Wow.
Right now,
Yeah.
20 is a long time. I've had cats that live to be up into their 20s because my whole life growing up, my mom was well, you know, she'd bring animals home like all the time. Oh, you know, she'd find an animal, she'd bring it home. Oh, we got a new cat. We got a new cat. We got a new cat. It was like we had some cats that like lived to be like one cat, her name was Fluffy. She was a Persian white. She lived to be like 26, bro. I ain't playing with you. She'd be like 26. So yeah. And you know, she was there most of my life. It's crazy, you know. It's like, dang, cat, you should be like a mummy right now.
I'm afraid. That's why I'm afraid to get
cat.
another cat because that cat outlive us. Another 20 years to the cat. You know,
Like, yeah, right. I don't know how much time I got, man. I could do a dog though for sure,
yeah,
and I need to. And I want, yo, you know, I'll do like one of those like you know, just see like who needs a, you know, save a pet, you know, like you know, like I'm here to save a dog. I'm here to save 2, 3. Yeah, like, you know, like, nah, but that's what I do. Like one part in the future, like I want to be like animal rescue, you know, and like be like seriously rescuing animals and have like also outreach, you know, help the homeless and shit. Like basically whatever abundance I make off this, man, I want to help others, bro.
Yeah, that was the through line I was going to bring up because we did discuss DMX in a previous episode, and I know that he also was homeless for quite some time, and he has like an unabashed love for dogs, obviously. So I know it
That's a
goes
trip you
deep.
mentioned DMX, man, because me and him, dude, we actually used to at Connolly's in Phoenix. It's a bar, karaoke. We used to do karaoke together, bro. And I mean, literally, his sister, she go by New York. We used to freestyle rap out back all the time. After like a month or so, she's like, you rap, you know, does X heard you rap, you know? And I was just like, no, you know, that's DMX. She's like, no, it's Earl, my brother Earl. Like, you rap for Earl. I'm like, no, I'm intimidated. It's DMX, you know? So anyway, she ended up calling him out, so we gotta rap. And we ended up ended up all of a sudden this dude tried battling me when I was just gonna rap for him, and we ended up battling, and things ended up good. He wanted to sign me. He was gonna put me. He was like, I'm looking for, in his words, I'm looking for a crazy little white boy like you to put on my right, you know, put on my label. And I was like, word. And it's crazy because Phoenix, dude, the police there, they just had it out for him so bad, bro. And the night that we were gonna meet at Connolly's to look over and sign, dog, like he got arrested for just smoking a blunt, driving in his convertible to meet me. And they got him and took him right back to prison. So, and then he passed, you know, and I never seen him again, and he's passed now. So actually, it makes me emotional. Then crazy that you bring up X, bro, because he was about the dogs, and he was a dope dog himself. He was a real dude. He was fucking real. Earl was dope. And rest in peace, Earl, man. Because I had a real relationship with him for a couple months, and it was cool, man. Sorry, I rambled. I started talking. I got a million stories, bro. So, you know.
Oh, I love that
That's a dope
story.
story.
That's a nice one. So what is it about your daughter that gets her curiosity with music? Because you mentioned violins. Like, is there anything else that's kind of like perking interest?
You know, like for her, like she's always talking about bass, like upright bass. She's like, oh, give me an upright bass. I want to play upright bass and cello. Like she really loves strings, you know. And our youngest one, Ruby, she's 9, and she was like, I want to play the flute. I'm like, no bands want a flute player. Like, don't play flute. Like, she's like, I want to play flute. But then we end up going to my boy's studio. She sits behind the drums, dog. And I sit behind the drums with her. Now she's like, I want to play drums. And I'm like, I told you, you want to kick some beats. Like, you want to do something dope. Like, you know, you can go far being a good drummer, you know. But a flute player, I don't know. I don't mean to diss. Like, I love the flute. Like, flute loops, you know what I'm saying? But like, nah, yeah, they're both, you know. But our daughter Raven, dude, on violin, she's very naturally inclined. So like, I've already she's been on a couple tracks that are out on. I put them on Facebook and on. They're actually on YouTube as well, where she is playing violin on these tracks, and it's dope. You know, and then as soon as she's done recording her violin, she's like, can I go play Zelda now? It's like, yeah, it's all good, baby. Yes, thank you so much for, you know, giving us your blessing for freaking 5 minutes. You know what I mean? And then she runs off and plays Zelda and does whatever, you know. But she's very talented, yeah, and she's very sweet, and I'm blessed. Right now, life is good like that for me right now, like it's never been. So
I just love the drum story with your daughter because
she
it's
found
like
it.
you need more female drums out there. I was just reading a story not long ago about like how everyone wants to like discredit Meg White for the White Stripes for like not being a dope ass drummer and saying that her drums are so basic. And what's kind of crazy was that I think she didn't really, you know, like the celebrity or like the limelight, which is fine. But I think Jack White took her name. Like, I don't think he was Jack White before they got married. So that's how dope she was. That's how dope she was to him.
I believe I heard the same thing, that he had a huge, and when they got married, it was like a huge thing. He had a huge thing for her, took her name, and a huge respect for her. And well, yeah, and was like purpose, like, dude, and her drumming, dude, no matter what, she played solid enough for them to get so huge, dude. People want to diss on that. Let's see you, you know, let's see you hold the drums and get a band, a 2-person band as far as the White Stripes got. So talking shit. It's easy to criticize, right? It's always easy to look and be like, oh, she wasn't good. She didn't do. She obviously did good enough to achieve a certain level that we all know who the fuck we're talking about, right? So, you know, Jack White, he was just destined to go far beyond. You know what I mean? Like he had a lot more to give. Like how I see, like, a lot of artists, are forever evolving and expanding. Like that's I think the point of just being here, and art is reflection, my inside, music is all, it's just my fucking deepest expression. I love it. Music makes the world go
I
round.
dig it. I dig it. I dig it. And I think the last time I saw Jack White perform, he actually even had a female drummer at that time too. I think he still obviously is
There's a lot of good female drummers out there.
Yeah.
Lenny Kravitz, the one that plays for Lenny Kravitz, I forgot her name. I'm not trying to be like, but
Right.
she is incredible drummer. Like I saw her in a drumming documentary, and she's like heavy duty, just badass. Like, and then it goes back to like female percussionists like Sheila E. Right, or Sheena,
Yeah.
Sheena Easton. It's like back with Prince and like those days, like those women were playing drums. They really were. They were playing some sick ass percussion. And I see online a lot of women since the pandemic are now like been playing drums, and I'm like, oh man, there's no difference. Don't matter if you're a guy or a girl. If you're a badass, you're a badass, and you're gonna shine. You know what I'm saying? So I see a lot of females shining now. Shining all around.
I mean, it goes in cycles. You think about it. I mean, you see more women taking the lead in bands right now than ever. I mean, it wasn't,
True.
for a while it was nobody doing it. I mean, but that personality's back. It's almost like even you think about hate to say the Taylor Swift revolution. I mean, the fact that she sells out 3 nights in a row and messes up traffic going to and from the city. I'm like, stop it.
Really? See, people have that desire now to bring that strong feminine back, that strong female back. That's why it's amazing, a miracle. I have Mickey, I have my partner. Like, she is a strong female with the vocal, with the music, and yeah, that's right now. I think it's about really, music embodying the power of the divine masculine and feminine, and really there's no borders. I don't see any boxes anymore, man. I don't see any, I just see like endless possibilities. I see potential. I see potential everywhere, and so much talent, man. Right here in Shy, dude, going out, and just like, wow. In one night, just have experienced so many unique, extremely charismatic, and man, just artists, performers, dude. It's like, wow, really pretty mind blowing, man. Just that one night alone, just having, all the collaborative going on with Daywalkers, and Spism, and with me, man, that shit is just, that's what it's about, dude. The energy was so high and so dope. Like, if every show could be like that, that'd be it, man. People be coming out again, get a scene going, get something going again. That's what I want. I want to get some love movement going, like Tribe Called Quest said, love movement. You know what I mean? Let's get the love movement going. And let's just stop the hating, the ego bullshit. Just support each other, love each other, be like, yo, put each other on, which is what I see been happening. And that's what's been like satisfying to me. Love it. Love it.
I appreciate you shouting out the Daywalkers.
Oh yeah, dude, Daywalkers dope. Man, Doc Watson.
It's just been nothing but love with you, with everybody. Yeah. I think I'm sort of running low on time, but I wasn't sure if there's any like final thoughts or final gems you wanted to share with us and share with the world.
Man, I appreciate this time to just like kind of, scratch the surface a little bit. I'm like, what I'm doing, what I'm about, how, we are connected, and I just appreciate anybody who listens to me ramble about, anything that has any relevance. And, just love your life, man. Life is precious, yo, and keep creating. If you're an artist, yo, do your shit, get it out there, right? Just do it. Like, do it. Express yourself, you know. And love. Choose love over everything. You know, if that's my last message, choose love over it.
Well, hey, I'm definitely looking forward to anything new that's coming out, anything you got.
Oh, there's yeah. You break it up a little bit.
We're gonna be checking out your stuff. Oh yeah.
You break it
My
up.
bad.
You break it up horrible.
I'll let you close this out, Novak. My fault.
No problem. No problem.
You got the Novak?
No, I got you. Yeah, Brad. Yeah, definitely want to thank you for coming on, man. You know, I like what you're doing, man. Definitely. You know, I'm gonna listen more to your music, man. And you know, I love your style, man. You know, definitely everything you do in that situation. I do agree with you on that. Definitely, everybody definitely choose love. I definitely try to put somebody on because there's so many dope people out there that people need to learn about.
Support. Don't support once a motherfucker make, you know, grassroots, because together, man, we're powerful, bro. But when everybody's like over here going like, nah, hating on you, and you're like, how is anybody benefiting off that? Like, I think if we all just, you know, we all need to put each other on because we're all worth it, you know, saying, yeah, mad talent. And I shout out back out to Daywalkers, Spism. I appreciate all y'all, Novak, for your time, bro. Thank you for your interest, man. Thank you for your time listening and like talking to me, bro. I appreciate you.
Man, thank you for the music, man, and definitely, yeah, check us out on everywhere podcasts at. You know, check us out on Apple Music, YouTube, everywhere podcasts are located. All right, peace.
Yeah, peace and love, brother. One love.
One love.
Peace, bro.
All right, bro. And